don't know how it works, maybe.
Hello folks, and welcome to the circuit to Barcelona, Catalonia. It is race day, and we have Carlos Sainz with us. Hello Carlos.
Hello,
How
morning.
are you? Cold?
Very cold, yes,
It's
surprise.
really
Very
cold,
surprised,
isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't expect it, definitely, to be that cold. I expected it to be cloudy, but not this cold.
It's like winter testing all
similar,
over again.
Feels very similar. I have this jacket on and I would need another two to feel a bit more cozy.
What does this do, though, for you going into the race? Because theoretically, all the rain overnight, all the rubber's gone from the track. What's it going to be like for the race?
Different, probably very different. Normally cold means you give the rears an easier time, but you give the fronts a more difficult time. We normally suffer a bit of graining here in testing when it was cold in the front tires, so we could go back to this kind of feeling. And Friday was very warm, and today that is when we do our long runs, and today is very cold, so it's totally the opposite.
So is there a bit of a step into the unknown for the race?
A bit, yeah, but I love it. I love the steps into the unknown. They normally bring a bit more action to the race.
And how are you enjoying the weekend? Because this is a massive one for you. So much media, so much focus on you. The folks at home can't see, but over there's loads of people taking your photo. And,
yeah.
It must be exciting, but stressful.
It is exciting. It is also a bit stressful, but it's that kind of positive, if you can call it positive stress, positive vibes that everyone gives you with every picture. They cheer for you. They say, "Vamos, Carlos, keep going. You're doing great," or whatever, you know. And for me, it's stressful, but it's positive vibes all the time.
And you are doing great. You come off the back of a great result in Baku. Are things starting to come together for you?
I think so. I think little by little things are starting to come together. Yesterday we did, I think, a step forward. I still don't know where we are really. It depends a lot on the track. The midfield is so tight. You saw yesterday we were the McLaren and the Duhas and me within a tenth, you know, and it's so tight that every circuit varies a bit and we can be ahead or behind.
Have you had to change your driving style at all to suit this car? Because I know the first few races, I know you said you struggled a little bit to get on top of it. Have you had to change the car to suit you, or you to suit the car?
Both. Mainly the car to suit me. I have total belief in my driving style, and what has brought me here in Formula One, and it is what has given me so many great results in Formula One. So it's more about getting the car a bit more to my liking, but also me trying to do some compromises, you know, and I think we're heading in the right direction, and I think we're doing progress.
Now, we talked earlier about it being cold. Your nickname is Chili. You've got a chili under there, different kind of chili. Where does that come from?
Let the people see.
Where does the chili come from?
It comes from my friends that I think at night time, whenever we go out, they like to call me Charlie. I think that Charlie goes into Charlie, that Charlie goes into Chili, and then Chili. And with a few drinks, I think they ended up calling me Chili like 5 years ago, and it has become Chili.
So Charlie became Chili?
Something like that, yeah.
That's awesome. And we were talking yesterday, you don't, like, Fernando has a song, you don't have a song yet.
I don't have a song yet. I let it up to my fans to create one that I'm sure they will end up with one.
And there's enough of them this week. You got a whole grandstand with all your fans.
Nearly 4,000 people cheering down there in turn 5. You know, it's great. It's probably the best feeling a driver can have when you go to that grandstand and suddenly you see so many people cheering for you, so many people thanking you, because we have managed to put together a very competitive price on the grandstand. I think it's 99 euros compared to 200, 300 that normally is. So people are really thanking me and thanking my whole Renault Sport Estrella Galicia to putting this together, because it's something that maybe without us they couldn't have come to a Formula One race.
Dude, how mad is that? Like, you're coming to the Spanish Grand Prix, you've got your own grandstand and everyone's waving your flag and they're wearing your caps. And
if for a 23-year-old like me that is living the dream, it's just another of those experiences that I will never forget, and I will always be thankful to Formula One for.
It's nuts, and you think, like, this is only the beginning.
This has just started. I mean, we are already thinking about next year, about how we can make it better, and how I'm already thinking about how the hell I can get to win in Formula One and celebrate it with them.
So what color are you going to be wearing next year?
I don't know. Very good question. It is a bit of an uncertain situation for me. I think I depend on many factors, apart from myself, obviously, but I think it's still a bit too early to know.
That's a good political question. You've learned that.
I have to be politically correct. Although you guys know that here in Renault I'm feeling extremely comfortable. I feel at home, and I'm working 100%, feeling like I'm gonna be here forever. So I will just keep it that way and keep pushing that way.
That's good answer. Right, we've got some questions coming in from the fans. If you're watching at home on the Facebook, do send us in your questions for Carlos, and we'll see if we can get some of them answered. Hi, yes. Saro Kandik says, "Hi, Carlos. What have been your best memories on this track?"
I have two very good memories. My best memory, qualifying fifth in my first Spanish Grand Prix, was pretty awesome, especially because I was 19, 20 years old, and all of a sudden I saw Fernando Alonso qualifying fifth with the Ferrari the year before and the year before. Suddenly I turned up to my Spanish Grand Prix, fifth race of my career, and put it in P5. I was like, no, this cannot be happening. Like with a Toro Rosso, like all of a sudden I'm P5 in the Spanish Grand Prix. That was pretty awesome. And then running third in 2016, after overtaking 5 cars into turns 1, 2, 3, and the crash of the famous Mercedes accident, that gave me a good feeling, because I went through my grandstand in P3 and suddenly look up in the safety car period because of the accident, and they were like going mad. They were like going absolutely mad, and I was so happy.
You love the fives, don't you? P5, overtaking 5 cars. You had grandstands at turn 5, car number 55. What is it about the fives?
I don't know. It's a very big coincidence that is going on right now. I came from a P5 result in Baku. It's great. I mean, it's a very good start. I like it.
Fergus Eastow says, "Who is your inspiration?"
My inspiration, I have to say my dad, because I live with him still, believe it or not, and I just see him how he works to get things done and to get the Dakar victory and keep working at 56 years of age.
And he won Dakar at 55.
And he won Dakar at 55. It's amazing. It's scary. And for me to see him jump in the sauna at 6:30 in the morning with a bike and do 2 hours in a sauna to prepare for the Dakar extreme temperatures, I think I have the best inspiration at home.
Don't think you can say any more than that. Christophe Moschetti, what do you do between the race weekends?
I do a few things. A lot of sport to keep me fit. That's the typical answer from all the Formula One drivers. But apart from that, to make it a bit more interesting, I always try and organize a dinner with my best friends and maybe have a beer with them somewhere else. I always try and spend a lot of quality time with the family back in the countryside, do some rallying. Then I always try and play some golf. I'm getting my handicap down to 10 now, so it's...
Seriously, you play off 10?
Play off 10,
wow.
So it's also good progress there, and then quality time with family and friends, that's the main thing.
I think I play off like 72. I don't have a handicap yet. I'm still learning. Thanks, man. Thanks. Cher Honkai, how long do you think it will take before you win a world championship?
Hopefully.
I mean, let's say race first, but...
Yeah, good point. Hopefully sooner rather than later. As you guys may know, every Formula One driver in the grid wants to win. We're not here. We're used to winning. All the guys you see here, we've always won before arriving to Formula One. And suddenly you arrive to Formula One, and even if you are performing at a level that you were performing or even higher in all the lower categories because of the car, because of the circumstances, you are not fighting anymore for wins, you're fighting for P7s. And that is very frustrating and very strange, but hopefully soon I think I will be in a position to fight for wins.
I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? I think a lot of people forget. You look at an F1 grid and you look positions 11 to 20. Every one of those drivers has won a championship. Every one of those, and some of them are Formula One world champions. Every one of them is used to winning races. But the job is to score 1 point.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's very strange, and I hope little by little, together with Liberty Media, we change this tendency. We give more drivers the opportunity to win a race. I think this championship would be so much better. I think if you imagine the talents I fight in the grid for P7 with Fernando Alonso, best example, Checo Perez, Ocon, all these guys, they are performing at an incredible level, and we are just fighting for P7, and maybe we are not so much on TV, but the moves in the start are as good or even better than at the start because you risk more. There's a lot more contact, there's a lot more in the midfield. It's always a bit more exciting.
Okay. We've got some great questions coming through here. I'm going to ask you one in Spanish. You can answer in Spanish. You obviously got a lot of Spanish fans. I don't speak Spanish, as you know.
Okay.
So I'll do my best. Mais año a Renault vai começar a... I'm just going to show it to you.
Okay.
You can read it out because I really
Where
can't
is
do
that?
that. That one.
And that's Portuguese.
Is that Portuguese?
Yeah.
Now you see, this is where it goes wrong. When the person sending through the photographs, Sam, sends through a Portuguese question rather than a Spanish question.
I can still understand it.
Okay.
Does
that mean something about a year in
a
Renault?
year time, is Renault going to start to fight for podiums? Hopefully, yes. Would be a very good progress for us if we suddenly get to do a podium at the end of this year or next year. That's our target.
Question in from an Aurélie Donzelot. Who is your favourite press officer that you've ever worked with?
She's there. How do you let her do this?
I didn't. That actually came in from Sam.
No, now I cannot answer because Tabata is also here around.
From Toro Rosso.
So I cannot answer.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Politically, I'm in Renault, so I should say us. But it's a total, absolute draw between them. I cannot choose. It's impossible.
Okay, John O'Toole, what was the first race that you remember being at?
Karting race, 4 years old.
Wow. You were competing or you went to watch?
I was competing. That's my first memory of me on a race. Yeah.
Before you even remember watching a race?
Then I
as a
stopped racing
spectator?
a bit. I went to school, play some football, but immediately at 10, I came back to racing because I met Fernando Alonso. I said, I want to be like Fernando Alonso. I came here to this exact point where we are now in this track 12 years ago, shake hands with Fernando Alonso. I was 10 years old. Turned back to my dad and I say, I want to be like this guy. I want to race here in Formula One. So things have changed a lot.
That's crazy, man. Do you still get like shivers?
Yeah, a bit, because this exact hospitality where I'm now having breakfast in and doing my life at the paddocks is exactly where I was 12 years ago. That I remember like if it was yesterday when Fernando Alonso won here in 2006, 2005. And I was just here and I met him and I said, wow, I just want to be like him.
Well, this question maybe follows up from that. Mia McCarthy, I thought it said, would you like to race in rally against your dad? But it actually says, who would win in a rally between you and your dad?
My dad. I think my dad is world champion in rally, and every time I go and co-drive with him, sorry for the expression, but I shit my pants because it's incredible. It's incredible the way he drives, the way it's unbelievable. I'm getting really good at it, to be honest. I'm getting really close to him, especially in a circuit, dirt circuit, that it's kind of a rally stage, but I'm just that tiny bit far away.
Would you do rallycross? Would you race rallycross? Which kind of it's like the circuit, but you've got the little.
I think I would be
sections.
good at that because I'm very good now at positioning the car in the dirt and doing the Scandinavian flick and all that. I'm quite good at that now, but the only problem that I would have is the pace notes. You know, I cannot have someone telling me how to drive or where the corner goes. So rallycross would be a good compromise.
Can we get that sorted? Could we get Carlos into rallycross, maybe against your dad? That would be amazing. Listen, we're not going to take up too much more of your time because this, I know, is the busiest weekend of the year for you. One of the most stressful, but also, I guess, one of the most enjoyable. Thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you
Best
for
of luck
joining.
with everything. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. Thank you for all your questions. Best of luck, mate. Really, have a great day. Enjoy it. Soak up all the atmosphere.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at the checker flag.
Let's enjoy it all. Thank you.
Thanks, Carlos. Thanks, guys.
Bye.